Dog owners know our furry friends can be a lot to keep up with. But when those tough moments come, you have options. Shooting your dog in the face should not be one of them. And if you do happen to shoot your dog in the face, please don't write about it in your autobiography. This has been a public service announcement directed at any Republican who may be considering murdering their dog.
Taking mistreating of family dogs to new heights. Move over, Mitt Romney. It's now time for Donald Trump devotee, running mate hopeful, and South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who's come up with a very strange and gruesome way to prove she's willing to do difficult things as a leader. Like that time she literally killed her dog. Execution style, no less. Quote, "I guess if I were a better politician, I wouldn't tell the story here," Noem writes, according to The Guardian, which obtained a copy of her new book. According to the newspaper, Noem recounts the story of how she not only killed Cricket, a female wire hair pointer about 14 months old, but then also proceeded to botch the killing of an unnamed goat that she owned, to which she had taken a disliking. Apparently, she writes that the dog had an aggressive personality, and so Noem thought that the way she would calm the dog down would be to take her on a pheasant hunt, because we all know that the way to relax a dog is to encourage it to kill things. And the dog got spoiled at the hunt and spoiled the hunt as well by going, quote, "out of her mind with excitement, chasing all those birds and having the time of her life." What a terrible thing for a dog to enjoy themselves. The Republican reportedly writes that she failed to get Cricket under control with voice commands and an electronic collar. But then an even worse incident occurred after the hunt had ended. When traveling home, Noem writes she stopped to speak to a local family, at which point Cricket escaped her truck and set about killing the family's chickens, getting hold of one bird at a time and crunching it to death with one bite, then dropping it to attack another. The governor reportedly writes that Cricket tried to bite her when she eventually managed to grab the dog. Quote, "I hated that dog," Noem writes, adding that Cricket was simply untrainable and dangerous to anyone she came in contact with. It was then she realized they had to put her down. Noem explains that she grabbed her gun and took Cricket to a gravel pit. "It was not a pleasant job," she writes, "but it had to be done." Afterwards, she writes, she decided she also needed to kill a male goat she owned because it was nasty and mean, because it was uncastrated, complaining that the buck loved to chase Noem's children around and would wreck their clothes by knocking them down. I would just like to point out that there are other ways, even God forbid if you have to put a dog down, you could take it to a vet and have it done humanely and not shoot it down Breaking Bad style in a gravel pit in the field in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but you do you. She reportedly writes of the goat that she dragged him to a gravel pit like Cricket, but the killing did not go as smoothly as opposed to the very smooth experience of the previous one. The goat jumped when she pulled the trigger, Noem says, meaning the goat survived the shot. She adds that she went back to her truck to get another shell, so she only had one shell with her, and then hurried back to the gravel pit and finished putting the goat down. She also writes that when her daughter Kennedy came home from school, she looked around confused and asked, "Hey, where's Cricket?" Kristi Noem did a peculiar response on X this afternoon after the excerpt from her book made the rounds. She stated, quote, "We love animals, but tough decisions like this happen all the time on a farm. Sadly, we just had to put down 3 horses a few weeks ago." She's adding murders to this. "That had been in our family for 25 years. Those horses decided they don't want to be ridden anymore, and so they were no longer used to us." I made that last part up. "If you want more real honest," the quote continues, the real quote, "and politically incorrect stories that'll have the media gasping, pre-order my book, No Going Back." So, there's also no going back from killing your dog. Brett?
Dude, she talks about this dog, I had to put it down. You had to put Old Yeller down because it had rabies. You put the old, I'm sure you put down the old horses because they were gonna die and you didn't want them to suffer. This dog, you just got done saying it was the opposite of suffering. This dog was having a great time. And then to close it off, after she wrote the stupid book with the stupid stuff in it. And then she has time to think about in the entire edit process, should she leave it in? She shouldn't, it's stupid. And then afterwards, there's an eruption and she has a chance of what to look over what she's gonna write back in response. And she's like, this stupid, boring Donald Trump response is like, the media is gonna lose their mind. Like, you're calling us crazy for saying you're a weirdo for shooting your dog because it had too good a time.
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
These guys, we're being gaslit at such a phenomenal scale. It's disgusting, and I hope, like, stuff less than this used to ruin someone's career back in the day, rightfully. She's going around just killing dogs and goats.
And this dog was trapped by her. It was an entrapment because she invited the dog to go on a hunt to kill birds. It killed birds, and then it just killed more birds right after, thinking now I'm allowed to kill birds. She's like, you're a bird killer, you're going down.
Also, the goat keeps ramming her kids, and she's like, let's put the kids back in the goat area.
Man, how rambunctious are these kids that they're antagonizing the goat?
And the kids kept getting hit by the goat. Had to put those down. I don't know, Jackson, what are your thoughts?
My thing from this is one of the very first lines that we read was that she said, if I was a better politician, I wouldn't be saying this right now. And how true that was, because she really doesn't need to be saying any of this. I mean, yeah, you know, it's understandable that you put animals down in certain types of ways if you live on a farm, but it seems like she was telling this story like she was kind of bragging about it, like this, you know, she's willing to do what's tough. And when she didn't need to write about this at all, because typically putting animals down on a farm is just kind of everyday stuff. So like, it's like she chose to super highlight this. If she didn't, you know, like make the decision to tweet about it, then people might not even be discussing it at all in the first place, at least not to this degree. But I guess for whatever reason, she thought this was gonna make her look good. But it doesn't.
Yeah, well, that line, if I were a better politician, let me tell you guys something about Kristi Noem. 2007 to 2011, she's a state House of Representatives person. Then she moves on to the US House of Representatives from 2011 to 2019. Then she, in 2019, becomes governor of South Dakota. She is a good politician. She's not only that, she's a lifelong politician. This is her job, and what she's doing something that is the biggest politician move possible, which is sniffing the wind to see what politicians who are successful do nowadays in her party. And she's being the most toxic, insane person possible. Something that would get other people completely kicked out. And if Democrats did it, they would all rally around getting them out of here, calling them psychopaths. I mean, look at the stuff they yell at every politician on the left for. No, she's being a politician. It's disgusting. And in the meantime, did I mention she just randomly likes to shoot dogs?
True. And if you think politician Noem is intense, and then you think farm Noem is even more intense than that, wait till you get to know garden Noem. It's a real problem.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.